This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So let us see our sample test cases. In the first line of input, we are given a space separated string which contains multiple words as input. And in the next line, we are given the value of n, and then we are given n strings as input. And now our task is to check whether these strings are substrings of any of the words in the given input space separated string. So first let us check for the string k. The first word learning, k is not a substring of it, so we should not print it. And then the next word makes. Here k is a substring of this word, so we should print this whole word in our output. So here in our output we can see that first we are printing makes. And now we are checking for remaining words. So k is not substring of this word a, k is not substring of good, and k is not a substring of man, and for any of the remaining words k is not a substring of it. So we are moving to our next string, and our next string is ea. So now the first word ea is substring of this word learning, because ea has occurred together here. So we should print this whole word in our output in new line. So here we are printing learning in the next line because it is the substring of the second string. And now again when we check for any of the remaining words, ea is not a substring of it. So we should move for the next string. And now the next string is ma. So now ma is not a substring for this word. So we are moving to the next word, and here in makes ma is a substring. So we should print this word makes. And then we should check for next words. So a is not, and then good is not, and then again man, ma is a substring of this word. So makes man, and then the next better, and then bad, and then again a man has occurred. So there are three words. So in our output we are printing three words, makes man man. And now finally a. So if the word contains a, then we should print that word. So here in the learning we have a, in makes we have a, and then the a itself, and then man has a. So for all the words which has the substring as a, we are printing those words. So this is how we get our sample output. In case if no word is found for a substring, in those cases we should print -1. So now let us see how to write a C program for this. This is the program I have written. So first I am creating two new character arrays named S and X. And in S I can store 1001 words, each up to 101 characters. And then I am creating some integer variables. And in the next line I am going to accept the input space separated string. And we don't know how many words would be present, so we are using this while loop. And here we are checking whether the input string is a digit or not. So let us see why we are doing this. So let us take our sample input 1, and when we use while loop to accept the space separated word, what happens is it accepts the whole input and store it into the character array S. But what we want is we want to store only the first line in our character array S. But if we don't use any conditions within the while loop, the whole input would be stored into the character array. So to avoid that, whenever we are accepting the input, we are checking whether the first character of the current accepted word is a digit or not. So when it finishes accepting this whole line, it accepts this word 4. It accepts this 4 as a string. So we are checking whether the first character of the accepted string is a digit or not. So if it is a digit, it means that we have accepted our line as input, and we should not accept beyond that. So that is what we are doing here. After accepting the input, we are checking whether the first character of the accepted string is a digit or not. Using this function is digit. So if it is a digit, we are going to stop accepting our input using this break. And before breaking out of the loop, we are storing the integer value of the character array in the integer variable n, because it is the value of our n. So now we have accepted the input space separated string and the value of n. So now we should accept n string values. So now we have to accept the remaining n string values. So to do that, we are creating a loop that iterates from 0 to n, and in every iteration we are accepting the string and storing it into the character array x. And then we are creating a new variable named f and setting its value to 0. So now after accepting the input string, we have to check whether x is substring of any of the word present in the character array s. So we are creating a loop that iterates from 0 to L, which traverses through every words present in the character array s. The L is the number of words present in the character array s, which we were iterating here in the while loop. So in every iteration of this for loop, we are creating a new character pointer and making use of this function str. So what this function does is, if x is a substring of s of j, then this function str would return the whole substring. If x is a substring of s of j, then the whole substring would be present in this pointer p. And if x is not a substring of s of j, then the pointer p would be null. So after this step, we are checking whether the pointer is null or not. So if the pointer is null, then it means that x is not a substring of s of j. And if pointer p is not null, then it means that the substring has occurred in that string s of j. So we are going to make the value of f to 1 and we are going to print the string as our output. So this loop prints all the words which has the substring as x. And after the execution of this for loop, if no word is found, then the value of f would be 0. So in those cases, we should print -1. So I am checking whether if f is equal to 0, then print 1. And if any of the one word is printed, then the value of f would be 1. So we would not printing -1. And in every iteration, we are also printing a new line. So now let us check our program with sample test cases. So now I have given the sample input 1 and our expected output is here. So we are also getting the same words. And now I have given the sample input 2 and here is our expected output. So we are also getting the same values. So when there is no word found, we are printing -1. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.